Hi, this is Eric, and welcome to week 19 of my 52-week challenge for myself to write one song every week for the next year. Wow, it's been 19 weeks already. 19 songs, and still got a long ways to go. Writing 52 songs in a year is not easy. I'm only 19 weeks in, and I could already tell you that. So this week, on this particular song, I'm going to be stopping and starting the track a lot. And the reason for that is because I've not done much of the track. All I've done so far is I've laid this one really kind of a lush ARP sound, which is the base of the track and the rhythm part. And I'm going to add this piece by piece, so I'm going to be stopping and starting a lot. What does that mean? That just means that you're going to actually see even more of the process on how these songs are created. And then later, we go from adding all these tracks to going into a studio and mixing them with a sound engineer and making them even better. But now I'm going to go ahead and lay the second track on this song. I've laid the main base of it, so I have something to start with. So now I'm going to go ahead and I've chosen a really nice sounding pad. It sounds like this. Let me make sure it's working real quick. Okay, sounds good. So this pad sound is up and going. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the second track, which is just a pad sound. I am doing this all on the fly. I'm going to make mistakes, and then I'm going to stop. Like I said, I'm going to be stopping and starting a lot, adding different tracks so you can see more of the process. But here we go. I could already tell I've messed up, but that's okay. Keep going. Now, this track, I could tell it's the timing's pretty off. It's actually atrocious. The timing is pretty bad on this. I was just trying that ARP sound earlier, and in doing so, I was okay in the beginning parts, and then my timing got really, really far off, and that's messing up my timing with this pad sound. So I am good. Like I said, I'm going to be stopping and starting. I like the direction this track is going, but the timing, the tempo needs to be right. So I'm going to stop and try to fix these other two tracks real quick, and then start another track that will have a nice little melody that's going over these other sounds. That's some sort of melody that would, fit with this track. This track is, written in this is a G chord, and then goes from a G chord to an A minor chord, and then it goes down to an F chord. But it needs to be fixed, and it needs to have a nice melody. Like maybe when I'm playing this A minor, it could have a nice. It's got to have some sort of. It's got to have some sort of something that ties and binds these other tracks together, and a melody that will bind these two tracks together with a melody that goes over it. So I'm just you're getting to learn a little bit more of the process, and I'm going to go ahead and stop right here and fix these two tracks, and then we'll start working on that melody that kind of helps layer these other tracks and becomes probably the main melody for the whole song. Okay. Was a mistake. Let's pick it back up. I'm going to go ahead and stop the track real quick. When I went to go hit the record button to bring you guys back up to speed, so you could hear I'm almost done with this again. I started making mistakes. But, okay, let's just work on the first part of the song, since it's kind of it repeats anyway. But as you could see now, I've went back and relayed the ARP sound in the correct timing and tempo, and I was just finishing the pad sound. Let me go ahead and play it. So now these tracks are working better together. So what I need to do now is add like a lower bass sound, and then also start working on adding those different melodies. I'm going to click the plus sign here and create a software track. And here it comes up. And let's see what we have bass-wise here. Let me check here. Lots of bass sounds, but hey, yikes, terrible. Anyway, while I figure out which bass sound I'm going to use on this, I'm going to go ahead and hit pop. Okay, I'm back. I was looking at some different bass sounds, and I came across this great sounding, actually, bass sound that's kind of an arpeggiated bass sound rhythm, and I think it might work. I'm just going to go ahead and lay it. So here we go. I think it's going to work. Anyway, let me go ahead and stop. There we go. Because I stopped working on the other, where I was messing up earlier on that pad sound. It worked in most of the spots. It needs some tweaking. I don't usually like to use that term, but it needs some fixing. It sounded really good in spots. Sounded a little off in other spots. The thing that's great about using stuff in Alchemy is you could bring it up and actually change the pattern. So let's say, for example, I solo this rhythm track, or this bass rhythm, arpeggiated rhythm. So you hear just the bass. But if you look down here in Alchemy, on the bottom I brought it up, I could change it, the sound, by moving this over the different pads. So you could actually, with the pads below here, like you saw me do, I was changing the way it sounded. See how that sounds with the track. So what I've been doing this whole time is the very beginning stages of this track. Let me go ahead and create, let me hit the plus button, create a new track again. I need some sort of a lead sound so I could work on a melody. Let me see if I can find something really quick. If I can't, I'm going to have to stop again. But let's see what we got here. Let me look through. I wanted something with a high pitch, but more of a with a string sound. That won't work. I might have to play some of these and hear how it sounds with the track. Let me find the right pad, and I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know that this particular lead is going to, again, we're trying things out, and I'm also going to be doing this on the fly to get so I can't speak today. I'm going to be freestyling, so to try to get my melody correct. And a lot of times I like to freestyle and play along with the track, and then later I go back and clean it up and I get a solid sound for the melody, so it's not all over the place. Which you might hear it all over the place right now because I'm going to be freestyling, but let me go ahead and do that now. Here we go. Just stumbling across stuff here. I kind of like this part. Again. Pinch bend. I was messing with the modulation, the pitch bend, Will. Anyway, this is a very long video. It's like 30 minutes, but it really shows the process that we go through in creating music. And I'm getting a great start on this track. I'm sure you can't wait to hear what it sounds like when it's done. But for now, I'm going to continue working on this track, getting the melody right, whatever fits the song. But again, thank you for joining me on week 19 of my 52-week challenge to write one song every week. 52 songs I'm going to write this year. And come back every Wednesday to enjoy seeing me work on a new track, hear a new tune. Thank you, everybody. For now, this is Eric Walker. Have a great week.